Just a glorious Friday morning in the Sunshine State for this season opening week on the LPGA Tour at Lake Nona Golf and Country Club in Orlando, Florida. This is round two of the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions. Some of the action from earlier round two. Grant Boone, Morgan Pressel, Paige McKenzie. Morgan after a 68 yesterday, Nelly at the 9th.
She wasn't able to take advantage of this hole being greenside yesterday, but showing off today on this par 5 typically leads the tour in par 5 scoring.
That would get her to 5 under par and within one of the lead, playing with her good pal Derek Lowe. This is Amy Yang, her third at the 9th.
Same bunker, different angle, equally as beautiful. Trying to get off to a hot start here after a tough season last year.
The winners only from the last 2 years. She won the KPMG Women's PGA back in 2024. Paige, how about Nasa Hataoka? She's back in this event and taking advantage of it.
Yeah, started off with 4 straight pars, but gave herself this good birdie look on the 5th. Picked one up.
That would take her into the lead at 7 under. She had the overnight lead. Lottie Wood in her first appearance here.
And it's been a steady day for ball striking. Hit every green so far today, but only one birdie putt to go.
You could see that in her reaction,
yes.
couldn't you? Yeah, finally gets one to drop. So this is how it looks. Nasa had the lead by 1 after 18 holes. She still has the lead. Amy Yang with a nice day going. And there's Nelly right there, 2 shots back. Day 2 of the LPGA season. From Orlando, Florida, it's second round coverage of the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions. The race to the CME Globe is underway here in Florida, where it will end at the CME Group Tour Championship in November. And this one-of-a-kind event, bringing together winners only from the last couple of seasons on the LPGA Tour with stars of sport and entertainment. Always a fun week, an event unlike any other on the LPGA Tour. Just an absolutely gorgeous day. Temps in the 60s, climbing into the 70s. Before we're done, Morgan and Paige and I are joined by Tom Abbott and Karen Stumples, following groups on the course, and Amy Rogers is out there with interviews of players and celebs there at the 17th. Going to be a great day. Already a good one with Nasa Hataoka out in front by 1. Get you to the par 5 9th, and we've got lots of current and former Nona residents here, including Lydia Ko and our own Karen.
Yeah, I loved it when I was living here.
57, yeah.
Lovely golf course to practice and play at and live at, very family orientated. But Lydia now is facing a little treacherous shot. She's got a swale that she has to negotiate that's in the middle of this green, and you can pitch it into the upslope on the far side of it and let it hop up to the flag, which is what she's done.
Oh, Paige, yesterday in a somewhat awkward spot, and she got it up and down.
Brilliant. You could see just the margin of error that was only going to be a small margin of error on that particular shot, given that slope. Well done.
Up we go to the par 4 10th. Shaneti Wannasaen, you see right there, tied for second, and Tom Abbott's following along. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning. Got an 8-iron in her hand here, 158 yards. Just hold dog legs from left to right. If you drive it 2 straight off the tee, you kind of run out of fairway, which is what she's done. But had a clear line to the flag, and this one looks pretty good.
Surprised it took such a soft bounce coming out of the rough like that. She anticipated that would chase up that slope back towards that whole location. It's been a tough hole today in the sense that there's only been 1 birdie from the LPGA field.
This is the par 5 11th and the third for Amy Yang.
Going to be slow up the hill towards this whole location. A little late on the spin. Looked good for a long time, but there you can see the run out that Karen was referring to. Just picked up pace after the hole.
We see this, don't we, with Lydia sometimes? That eternal wait.
The last couple of years, she's stood over the ball a little bit longer on some of her putts, but...
Nelly Korda, couple back at the 12th.
It's on the right side of the green today. Accessible location. Excellent That shot right there leaves it just below the hole.
From the fairway. Said her fairway numbers weren't great yesterday, but she barely missed a couple, and so it made it look a little worse than it was. Nasa, the comebacker.
We saw a couple on 16 yesterday where it was the same idea, where anything beyond the hole just kind of raced off and saw.
Long one here for birdie for Wannasaen.
Yes, sneaky uphill this putt. So it's going to be a lot about speed. That first 2/3 looks like she's got pretty good speed on that one. That was a good putt there. It wasn't necessarily a great birdie chance.
As Amy Yang has this for birdie at the 11th, and this to take the lead.
Should be moving more left to right.
Yes.
Beautifully red.
Got her first U.S. win here in the state of Florida. That was at the CME Group Tour Championship 3 years ago, then won the KPMG up at Sahali the following year. So Amy Yang, veteran, out in front by 1 on day 2 at Lake Nona.
The all-new Chrome Tour started with our belief that we could make the fastest tour balls in golf. And now, it's your turn to believe. Believe in longer walks down the fairway. Believe in taking the bunkers out of play. Believe in getting there in 2. Introducing the all-new Chrome Tour with the new Tour Fast Mantle. Believe in the speed of the all-new Callaway Chrome Tour family. Believe in faster.
And she's playing with the Hilton Grand Vacations chairman of the board today, Len Potter. Here is Nelly at the 12th.
Oh, she had wonderful rhythm to that stroke there. That just wiggled right at the very end. That looked like it was going to catch the top side of the hole there. Good roll. Anytime you get through the front 9 with 18 putts, you're very frustrated. Like one putt on that front 9, her birdie on the 8th. And it's just a confidence thing. You start to miss them. It starts to get into your head. The hole starts to shrink in size as you're standing over it. You start to think more about making the putt as opposed to putting a good stroke on it and rolling it over your line. Anybody who's played golf long enough has been there.
Yeah.
Played as one of the most difficult holes on the golf course yesterday because of the way this green is shaped. The location, a little different position up at the front of the green today.
And back we go to the 10th for the second for Lydia Ko.
And she has a 6 on. 158 is the number. Ball is below her feet, but it's also on a slight upslope. Needs to fade a little bit more. Okay.
Catches a piece of the green there.
Up we go to our leader, Amy Yang. This is at the 12th, her 3rd.
Not the spot you'd expect to see. But
Ooh.
what happens after a poor tee shot. Wonderful recovery.
Nelson Hataoka, 1 back after the bogey. Here she is at 10.
Oh, 1 yard less than Lydia, so 157. Going with a 7 on. Similar kind of lie, just not quite the upslope that Lydia was on.
That was a bit odd there, Karen. Just a little bit heavy for a chance.
For the very tight lie, but she has a lot of green to use.
This is a very important up and down here for Nasa after that 3-putt bogey at the last. Just to kind of right the ship a bit.
Good chance to save par there and stay at 6 under. Let's check in on Jeenoo. Got off to a bit of a tough start today, Paige.
Bogeyed the first couple holes.
World number 1.
Get one back there.
Par 5, so there you go. Said she felt like she owed it to her. Here's Nelly for birdie.
Should be just speedy coming down the hill. It's hard when it's going so fast. It takes every ounce of brake. It's very easy for the ball to get away from you when it's moving that slowly down the hill. And
so she's going to have to make sure she keeps the speed up. These greens are really fast right now. And players noted how quickly they've changed from Monday through till Wednesday.
Stableford scoring system. We're at the 11th, and what does Shinetti have here, Tom?
Well, she's got 105 yards. This is her third shot. She drove it left in the rough and couldn't attack the flag with her second, despite the fact that it's downwind, and that was just a bit heavy. Those trees are pretty close. I think she should have been a little bit further to the right with that layup. Shouldn't have been an issue, but really getting it over them was the key.
Well, that was not the best third shot for Shinetti, or the best of the 11th today, Paige.
no, this from Lily Vu, and she had a great angle into this left hole location from the right side.
Whoa! It disappeared.
Great angle, great shot.
He hooped it. That was by no means a gimme birdie yesterday, the 11th. It was a good, solid par 5, and
Well, and where the hole is located today, it's also not too easy. You can see there's a ridge right in the middle of this green that kind of separates the two sides of the green.
at the 13th, Nelly Korda did make that 4.5, 5-footer coming back for par. And here is the leader, Amy Yang. And as Morgan noted, a tough year, easily her worst year in terms of the CME points race last season. Finished just inside the top 100. Didn't matter because she had a long exemption from winning KPMG a couple of years ago. But this is the Amy Yang we're used to seeing, isn't it?
It is. And not a lot of room to work with on this whole location. Only 7 paces on and 5 from the left. You saw where Derek Lowe's ended up. If she could be just pin high right, that would be ideal.
Fourth shot for Shinetti Wannasaen at the 11th.
Yeah, I think it's all about the contact here. Very tight lie. Good contact, and it'll have a chance to go in if she pitches it where she's envisioning.
Career as a player in soccer. Here's Wannasaen for par. Oh, Tom. It's a tough one. Okay.
Well, it's tough on a par 5. It is such a accessible hole, and to be in that position, make the mistake of being too far, the whole putt. But really, that last 3 feet, whenever you're playing with somebody, regardless of their ability level, you still watch that last 3 feet as that ball starts to trickle. Look low from the beginning.
And there it rolls out again.
Won't have quite as much spin on it coming out of this first cut. Just kind of what she was talking about yesterday, where she felt like she was just barely missing fairways.
You love that shot of the dad hoisting the kid to get a better look.
Told you, it's a great family event.
Well, this stop, uh-oh.
Yeah, the back of this green slopes away. That was unlucky. That was a better shot than that. I was expecting maybe a 15-footer up the hill. And
now Amy Yang, the comebacker, to stay at 7 under.
Well, from this side of the hole, it doesn't have to be as tentative. Can really put a nice, solid stroke on the putt. Big challenge, though, is when you're working with super fast. You know it's going to be just as slow coming back the other direction. Ooh.
Okay.
Wasn't as firm as I was expecting, but does the job.
Yeah. So Nelly's approach drifted into the bunker, and so here's her third at 14.
beauty on 9.
Immediately asked for it to sit.
I was a little bit surprised to see her in this field after making those comments, but as you said, Grant wanted to feel like she owed it to come and play in this event for the first time, since she's probably only about 60 or 70%. If you're only 60 or 70% and you're in third place, the first event of the season, the rest of the tour might need to watch out again. It could be a huge year again for Jeenoo Titicun.
A lot of prayer. All right, here's Nelly for par at 14.
par 4, one of the most gettable holes on this golf course. Just the whole location today is making it tough. Everything's sloping away. She was about a foot from having a good look at birdie, so a bit unlucky there for Nelly.
Just a moment ago, the rookies this year, Yumin Wong. This is her second at the 18th, her 9th of the day. One of the toughest holes. Oh, she made it look easy. Yumin Wong won as a sponsor invite at the Lotte Championship last fall. And now a member of the LPGA Tour. And that's one she won't soon forget. All right, Tom Abbott's caught up with the leader, Amy Yang, at 14.
Just 105 yards for Amy. Back into the wind today, this whole flag at the back. Got to control the spin. And she does that nicely by the looks of things, Morgan.
As she misses that ridge, you can see the color change just beyond Amy's ball.
Taking plenty of time over what looks to be a short distance putt.
She's one of those players, Paige, that's just such a good ball striker. So it gets frustrating because you give yourself so many opportunities.
Okay, able to get that one to go. And a smile.
At a short par 4, you'd be thinking of making birdie here. There's such a good chance to boost the scorecard here, 14 and 15, after playing some tough holes, potential tough holes at 12 and 13. So good chance for birdie for Amy Yang to get it to 8 under par.
Okay. The par save at 13 on that comebacker. Now that one drops in, and the lead is 2.
Well, and the ball's kind of just nestled down in this soft sand. It's got a lot of green to use, but it's going to be very delicate. It's got an upslope at the start, and then it's going to release down towards the hole.
Wow, she did a really nice job to kind of decreasing the loft on that club to allow that to chase. Well judged.
Here is the third for Lydia at 11.
Never going to be easy from that spot.
It looked clean too, like it might even have a little bit of spin or check in it, even with that.
If it's hard for Lydia,
Ball never quite spins up in the air enough. All about where she lands this. It's not a tremendous amount of room for error, short or right. You look at her stats so far this week, leading the field in greens in regulation, and near the bottom in putting.
dialed that one in pretty well, didn't she?
Excellent, but you could see in that tracer how it just never really got up in the air the same way. It just comes out lower when you're downwind with the wedge. Those at home, don't play all that much downwind, the shorter the club you have.
Still without a putter, Lydia at 11.
Yeah, but she's so good with this and choosing to play this almost like it was a putt along the ground.
So look at that. Just soft grip, too. No tension.
Jeenoo for birdie at 13.
Look at where she's aimed right now. It's going to be a good judge of speed and line. How about that?
I mean, that is the best player in the world just showing off. Jeenoo moves to 6 under par, and she has come all the way back from that tough start. I think he would take a 3 right there, pick up a couple of points. Here's Wannasaen at 13.
Careful not to overdraw it. Yeah. That's going to be a difficult, short-sided, very, very fast bunker shot from there.
Post-career. I mean, they all do.
That's awesome.
All right, here's Nelly Korda. This is at the 15th, and Nelly coming off that drop shot.
Difficult to judge the distance here. You got a little bit of an upslope to begin with, and then it flattens out before it slopes away after the hole. So He didn't get overly aggressive because it's highly penalizing if you were to go long.
Lottie looking for another one. This one at the 12th.
Relatively flat area of the green here. Tough to read. She needed that. Walked it in as well. So a little bit of confidence there for Lottie.
Temps warming up. Maybe Lottie Wode's putter as well. The leader, Amy Yang, now up by 1. Waiting on the tee at the par 5, 15. To 12. Nasa Hataoka second.
And she's got a pretty flat lie here on the fairway. There's some help in this wind. And this one's hanging a little to the right.
Hold up.
Jeenoo Titigun after a birdie at 13. Here she is at the short 14. And again from the fairway, controlling the spin. So dropped shots at 11 and now at 13 for Shinetti. Lydia Ko at the 16th, her second.
Well, location on the front today, very accessible. It's great to see Lilia.
Along Buck Lake. And here is Nelly Korda for birdie.
She knew right away. Was able to birdie the 9th, par 5, but didn't pick one up on 2 or on 11 or here on 15. And this from the player who led the LPGA Tour last year in scoring on the par 5 is going to be...
Jeenoo from the fairway at 14 to this point, and this for another birdie. Look out. Jeenoo, can't believe it.
I think you did the early walk on that one.
I tried to talk it in.
Bit of an early call. She is leading the field in putting as all week. That was a tentative putt, Karen. That surprised me.
I think the one on the last too was a little tentative.
It looked like when she took the putter back, it looked like it went up and out a little bit more as opposed to staying down and on the line.
Amy Yang to extend her lead.
Yeah, tough read, I think. It's a shame. You know, it's a really good birdie chance with that hole moved up. The tee moved up today.
And she has a 7-iron out. When this whole location's at the front of the green, it's just a bigger, wider target for these players to hit. The green slopes from front to back in this portion of the green, so it should stop.
It's fine. In fact, it's a good leave.
Keep it here for Nasa's tee shot.
She's using one club less, and that's typically been the name of the game between Nasa and Lydia. Nasa takes one club less into these greens. Similar trajectory, more towards the flag.
Is that going to be one of those quick ones like we've seen?
You bet. We've seen that putt before.
Okay. Nasa trying to get back on the birdie roll. Amy Yang out in front by 1. Lottie Wode giving chase, and there's number 1, Jeenoo, not far behind. This for birdie at 16.
Great view at the tremendous amount of break she had to negotiate there.
Let's see if Lydia could follow suit.
I mean, I think Lydia's is an easier putt. It's uphill. It still has some movement to the left, but I mean, Liz was super fast down that hill.
Oh,
wow.
Where? Lydia. Yeah, you did it. I had to do it. Or you know from having been a member here, this is a quick one.
Oh my goodness, I looked at it and thought, crikey, you've really got to have a cotton soft putter face here to not get it going past the hole.
Oh,
We've seen a lot of that, just missing on the low side. Doesn't seem like anybody can keep it high enough. And we've also seen several players
coming from the fairway. I'd expect this to have quite a bit of spin. This is something that she works on tremendously. They have an incredible short game facility at FSU. She and her coach, Luke, work so hard on dialing in those wedge numbers. And there is a perfect example of it right there.
NASA for par. Yes. Okay. Exhale.
He's playing over a half a shot over par today, which is actually easier than what it was yesterday. So a little bit of room to play with if she carries it in line with the pin. Safe side's just left of it. Oh, beautiful. That would have been her target. That was effectively a hole-in-one. She hit her mark on that shot. Great leave.
And usually also pick a spot where you want it to enter the hole.
Yeah, I just walked around to the other side, and you get a real sense from the other side how much it is downhill for that second half, and just dialing in that speed, because I would think this would be a putt that could get away from you as it goes past the hole. Look at that. Yeah, it's amazing, Morgan. Once you get around to that other side of the green, you really see the slope, and I don't think you see it from when you're over the ball. It's tough probably to trust it.
Here's Yang for par.
I know this one's going to be slow back up the hill.
Like a good effort, Tom. Just didn't fall in on the high side of the hole there. What, 8 months it has been for Lottie.
Nelly after a great tee shot at 17 for birdie. Okay, from 4 shots back to just 2. Yeah, let's go, Nelly. To win at Lake Nona for a second time, but win this event.
It's a bit of an unforced error.
Well, just a little bit closer. Just from 96, and this is all over it.
That's just beyond the flagstick, so putting back up the hill. How about those two?
True. Here's Jeenoo to tie the lead.
Her pitch shot from right of the green ended up here.
That is nice of Cheyenne. Here's NASA for birdie at 14.
Let's see if she can put a good smooth stroke on this. That was better.
Everybody has missed it on that side, Karen, expecting it to break a little bit more towards the back of the green. As accessible as this hole is in distance, there's only been 3 birdies from the LPGA field today.
So true.
I trust Lydia. Let's see.
Let's see how long she stands over this one. Excellent putt.
And the winner here 2 years ago is tied for the lead again here in 2026.
Pretty well done.
Gotta go 6 for 6 for scrambling, it would look like.
A little bit opposite of the baseball swing.
The beat's pumping at 17. This is the par putt for Amy Yang. Perfect in scrambling this week.
It's great up and down. 17th not playing easy today, so good par.
All right, Nelly Korda was first out this morning in this group of 3, so here's her second shot at the 18th. This before to set. Oh,
Goodness, that is a major unforced error. She looks perplexed right there.
we'll see if it's playable and how difficult the shot is if it is. Right now, 3 players tied at the top in this winner's only event. PGA champs from the last 2 seasons and stars from entertainment and sport. World number 1, Jeenoo just a shot off the lead, second at 16.
less than half the field has hit this green at regulation today. Just with that flag being on the very front, that is a perfect place to putt from right there below the hole, putting up the hill. She will not have the issues that we've seen some of the groups ahead struggle with on that whole location.
Jeenoo Wannasaen, a couple of bogeys on the back nine, but this to get both of them back at 15. Won in Portland 3 years ago as a Monday qualifier, backed it up the following year with a win in the Toledo area. As for par. Maybe. Oh, Nelly! What a save! A par at a round of 71. Well, Derek Lowe said it earlier when he talked to Amy. She never gets two up or two down.
He was also trying to take notes on her short game. I understand why.
I mean, who else would you expect, really, other than Nelly? You can do it like Jeenoo this to tie for the lead.
That's for the first birdie of the day on 16.
Happens here with Amy Yang. This is a third shot for Amy.
Fairly straightforward bunker shot here. Much in this putt at all, putting straight up the hill from this spot. She's just looked really solid. She looked relaxed when I saw her on the range earlier this week.
Boy, that was really nice, wasn't it? Kind of mid-range bunker shot.
Yeah, we talked about the other players being...
Cheyenne, by the way, a longtime LPGA player, I mentioned, she won on the LET in Australia, knocked off Minjee Lee back in the day. Now a mom of two with Aaron.
And let's watch when Lottie putts. She's got a very quick stroke. And she's got a target to aim at least the Marshall standing in what we call in professional golf the through line, which most people kind of avoid, but nothing seems to faze Lottie right now. Now, if she has the same rhythm as her practice stroke...
Here.
She may be the only player in this field right now, Paige, that would not ask that Marshall to move.
She did it on her own, though. She got out of the way.
Unflappable.
And look at that.
The Marshal put her hands up to stop the gallery, and she's about as far from the gallery as she can possibly get over there.
Jeenoo at the 17th. Up the slope here for birdie.
A little bit of a roller coaster up and then back down.
We could ask the Marshal there, Karen. She might know.
She's seen a bunch of them, normally right down the line, but she's just a bit off to the side this time.
Moved more than she expected.
I asked both these two, Lydia and Nasa, if they played this up tee very much when they were practicing, and both of them said no, they always typically play the back tee. With her driving, with her approach play, like, it just looks really solid to be this early in the season.
Oh, the Marshal looked like she was already pre-cheering. Arms raised. Lydia trying to raise the trophy here for a second time. First full-year player, Lottie, deadlocked at 8 under. Here's Lottie with the tough one, Tom, at 16.
Yeah, you just don't see that speed past the hole. And another player... It's amazing, actually. When you walk up to the green, it looks relatively flat over on the right. But then when you come over to this side, on the right side where I'm standing, you can clearly see it's severely downhill. It's an optical illusion. You can just see how players are fooled by it.
Putting has looked really solid on this back nine.
Ingrid Lindblad is finishing up her second round. Getting a chance to play with...
Yeah, they're really trying to figure out the direction of that breeze standing on the tee. Not always easy. It can swirl around in these trees, but forecast is to have it come out of the southwest, so that's into left to right. I think you've just got to trust it. The flag all the way in the back of the green today. Lottie out to the right, and this one's not going to get any better, I don't think.
Her alignment was in that direction. I don't know if she was trying to play a draw or just got a little off on the setup.
Came up short with her approach at the 18.
Straightforward pitch, though, pretty much straight up the hill. Slightly uphill lie, certainly would have expected. A wonderful shot from Jeenoo there.
Fringes are rolling really true as well as the greens.
Oh, I thought she did make it there. That same spot.
And this putt for NASA is tricky. It is so speedy, downhill, moving left. And I think once the ball gets to the hole, it's going to want to keep trickling. Although you could make it.
It trickled in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ball's lying okay over in the rough, better lie than Marty Fish, but still not the best place to miss it. Just how that ball's going to react when it hits the green looks like a pretty good effort there. Tough to judge the speed once it releases.
Makes the shot of Amy Yang earlier look even better, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Little work left here for Jeenoo.
Ooh.
Second lip out of the back nine. One was for birdie, that was for par.
It's unfortunate. She battled hard after 2 opening bogeys to start the round and then to bookend it with one here on 18.
And it's just picking up just a couple miles per hour at the moment. And now it's sat down as she's hit it.
Oh. Fortunate for her, perhaps. What a shot from NASA.
It's on the left half of the green. Needs to fade a bit.
Okay. That's fine.
Here is Wannasaen. This is for par at the 18th. All right, so bit of a roller coaster ride for Shinetti, but in with an even par 72.
Well, I mean, when you think about when Aimi Azato left the LPGA, NASA was the player from Japan to really take over that mantle of Japanese golf. But of course, now we have an influx of young Japanese players on tour that have kind of eclipsed NASA last year. So I don't blame her for wanting to get a little bit of revenge on the youngsters, even though, as you said, she's still in her 20s, which is quite remarkable, having had a 10-year career already.
Great par save for Lydia at the 17th. This on the tee at 18.
In an ideal world, you hit a little soft draw down to the middle of the fairway. But if you bail out to the right, there are some bunkers waiting for you out there, which is where that's heading.
I don't think there's anything Lydia likes to see less than the ball turn.
Let's see if Lottie can finish off with a birdie.
3 pretty impressive putts on her last 3 holes if this were to go in.
And just moved a little more on her, didn't it?
Here's the comebacker for Lottie Wood.
Yeah, I don't want to see this one missed. Finish it off. Good couple of days for Lottie, and then see what the weekend holds, battling the elements. And, of course, battling winners on the LPGA for the last 2 seasons.
How about this?
Good couple of days, isn't it?
67, 69. And again, as you both noted, riding the ship with the putter kind of mid-round.
This is about as frantic as it might get for Lydia here, the way she's playing this 18th hole, Karen. This is going to be a tricky shot, trundling all the way back.
Fairway at 18.
Only has 138 to the hole, hasn't 8 on, so this isn't going to be a big swing. And you can see there was a softness to that, Morgan. It's just a great looking shot.
Wonderful rhythm. I just think about NASA and how she had to feel last year, not being in this field.
With a completely new set is very impressive.
All right, scale of 1 to 10, how tough is this?
Only because there's nothing behind that flag. It looks, but she has lots of greens to use.
And she's Lydia.
Well, there's always that proviso, isn't there?
Okay, piece of cake.
Oh, do it.
Incredible.
Wow.
She's going to go 12 for 12 in scrambling this week.
She had the face pretty far open there and took a really big swing, knowing that everything was sloping away from her, coming out of the rough. Played it almost like a bunker shot, which is the way that you have to play a shot of the week.
Nasa hit a good one into 17, couldn't pay it off with birdie. Another chance here, Kara.
This one's going to be a little speedy. It's back downhill. And another one of those tricky reads that you get on this golf course. But she's taken her time. You can see how she barely touched that.
Okay. Nasa, after all of that, winds up shooting under par, even though she had a couple of bobbles there midway through her second round. 3 straight threes to close day 2 for Nasa Hataoka. So here you've got Lydia Ko, the Hall of Fame member, with other major champs like Amy Yang and Hilton Kim and Nelly Korda, Lilia Vu. Great to see Lilia playing well. Coming up next, Golf Central pregame gets you ready for the second round out of the Farmers Insurance Open. And our third round coverage of the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions begins tomorrow at 2:30 on golfchannel.com and then 3 o'clock Eastern Time here on Golf Channel. Just a gorgeous day to play and to watch for all of us.